You can get it. Marvelous.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And look. It is time. A lot of people have been crying over the mountains, going far and wide, asking for a how to beat video on this most popular leader in the game. Fact, not an opinion.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Blue Doofy, it is now time to give this deck some shine. This is the most popular deck in the One Piece TCG, in my opinion. Probably the best blue deck out there that you could probably use compared to Boa. And look, I just have to tell you guys this. I hope you guys are excited, because when it comes to playing against this deck, I actually have a really good time playing against this deck. But before we go into how to actually beat Blue Doofy, I need you guys to tell me below what particular text you are running to help you counter this Blue Doofy deck. Okay, when we get to the gameplay, I'm only going to be playing the nail because it's YGOD. You guys already know I'll be getting down over here. I just don't have the time to use every single deck against Blue Doofy. So if you do play Black Yellow Luffy, do you play Black Lucci, RP Law, Green Body, Blue Boa, any other deck you play, tell us below how you particularly play against Blue Doofy and how to beat it in the comments. Okay, help the community out. I say YGOD, but it's really everybody that's a delinquent, tapped in, subscribed. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, without further ado, let's go to get straight into the deck profile and how to beat this deck, man. Let's get it. So welcome back. We're gonna be talking about Blue Doofy. I feel like this may be the most popular deck in the game. Fact, not an opinion. Everybody loves Doofy from the anime and in the game. So let's go ahead and see what the card actually does. Dawn 2 times when attacking. Reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a 7 Warlords of the Sea type character card with a cost of 4 or less, you may play the card rested. So this is pretty much an aggressive play style type of deck, y'all. This swarms the field. This almost feels like a lighter version of RP Law. It doesn't have the bottom decking potential, which is actually crazy. You would think Blue Doofy would have RP Law's ability when it comes to, you know, after you summon a character, it can bottom deck. You would think that would be on Blue Doofy, but it's not for some reason. But this deck swarms the field of a whole bunch of bodies throughout the whole entire game. And yeah, that's pretty much what Blue Doofy does. He cheats out free characters, okay? So with that being said, you guys see the deck profile right here. I actually have another list. You guys see up here is how to beat. We're going to be going over what cards you need to look out for and how to exactly beat this deck. So I'm gonna briefly go over all these cards here real quick. So if you guys don't really hear a description, that is why. So let's go ahead and continue. This is a free card. You get to cheat out with Jinbei or your leader's ability. Allows you to get a draw. Very good card. No counter. It's pretty much vanilla, but it gives you a draw. 3-cost Doofy is a hand reshuffler and it's a blocker. This is one of the main ways you're going to really be able to reorder the top of your deck to cheat out one of these 7 Warlords of the Sea. Very good card. And alternate art's actually pretty crazy as well, and that's the reason why it's ran at 4. This is a hand reshuffler. This is just a normal vanilla Gecko Moria to cheat out with your leader ability or with Jinbei. This is your 10 drop Kaido. This is your 10 cost of the deck. It's pretty much a hand reshuffler. If you guys haven't noticed about this deck and just blue in general, when it comes to hand manipulation, this is the deck that does the most and the best. The next card we have is Pudding. Very good card. Broken card. Allows you to reshuffle your opponent's hands if they have 5 more. Very broken card. This is just a 2K. You could use this on play abilities, but a lot of times you might want to just hold this in your hand. But yeah, you're really only going to be using this for a 2K. So this is the new support that the Blue Doofy needed. This card right here pretty much just cheats out a level 4 or cost 4 7 Warlords of the Sea from your hand, and in tandem with its leader ability allows you just to really just swarm the field. Very good card. One of the top supports that you got with OP07. This is a 2K, but sometimes you might want to summon this and put another card from your opponent's hand back into a deck. Very, very good. This freezes everything on the field. Very, very good card if you're about to just stun the opponent, and especially if they have a big body on the field, allows you just to stun anything for a turn. Very, very good card. So this is a recycler. This allows you to get a 7 Warlords of the Sea from your trash back to your hand. This is a 2K, but you can use this as attacking. Draw 2 and trash 2 cards. So another hand reshuffler, another counter, pretty much 0 counter. I think every deck has one at this point. 0 counter, 3000 power during battle. Very, very good. Board removal. This removes any card from the field and it does not KO. It just puts it at the bottom of the deck. One of the best board removal cards in the game. I really do hate this card. Pretty much puts anything back. One of the best removal cards in the game. A lot of people are asking for this card banned, which I don't understand why, but this actually tears up a lot of decks like Rob Lucci, you know, RP Law, any cards that can allow you to put back that's a 6 or less. Very, very good, and it puts back too. So this card is actually cracked. And the last card we have in this deck profile is this event here right quick. So this is the deck in a nutshell. Very, very good. Hand manipulation, deck manipulation, and swarm the field. Now let's go actually into how to beat this deck. I have some key cards here. We already went over the leader, so I'm not going to go over it. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I've already talked about what this leader does. I already briefly talked about this 3 costs. I could talk about it again. Said earlier, it's a deck manipulation, being able to reorder the top of your deck. So when it's time to cheat out, you know, a character with this, it's not RNG. Okay, you already know what you're going to get from using this, and that goes the same with this. You just reshape the top of your deck. Allows you to really set up your leader ability. So these cards are really what you really want to be watching for the early game or even late game as well, because usually when you see one of these 2, that means you know he's about to attack and cheat out a character. This card right here, you just have to watch out for this. A lot of times if they summon this, they're gonna have their hand advantage is gonna be actually crazy. And also on top of that, it's a 12K beater. So if this gets on field, in my opinion, you just need to remove this, because if you have this on field with them also swarming, you're going to end up losing. You're just going to get overwhelmed. So in my opinion, just watch out for this card. They are going to get a lot of cards, and the way to counter this is that a lot of times when they do end up drawing a lot of cards, a lot of those cards are going to be counters. So in my opinion, you just keep on attacking a life to get rid of all the cards they just drew, because more than likely they will be counters. Okay, the next card, which is the most important card that you need to be looking out for in any blue deck, is Pudding. Let's go ahead and read it. Your opponent returns all of their hand to their deck and reshuffles their deck. Then your opponent draws 5. So when you're playing against a blue deck, mainly, you know, Dofi or Boa, you don't want to have your hand size really, really high. There's some decks that get their hand size really, really high, like Black and Yellow Luffy with Flampy, and now with Flampy, or even Lucci. You want to keep your hand around 5 or 6. That means you have to make sure you're just using your cards on the field or use your events, because if you don't and you get to around 7 or 8 or 9 hand size, you're pretty much going to get your whole hand wiped out, and you don't want that. That actually can help you lose the game. You could still play through it, but it is a lot harder, especially if you have a cracked hand. The next card you want to look out for is this card right here, Jinbei. Like I said earlier, it cheats out any 7 Warlords of the Sea from their hand. So if you tie this into this right here, his ability and Jinbei, you're probably looking at 3 extra bodies on the field. Okay, so you have Jinbei, the person he cheats out, and the person he cheats out with Dofi. So if he plays this, more likely you're gonna have 3 bodies on field. Probably one of the best support this deck could have gotten when it comes to swarm ability. And yeah, man, very, very good card for the deck. So watch out for this card as well. Allows you to put one of your cards in your personal hand back to the deck. Very, very good card, and it's a 2K. Watch out for this card. Next card we have is the Boa. This Boa can really just lock you down, and they can drop like 2 or 3 Boas back after back after back while applying pressure with their swarm ability. You could really just get overwhelmed. You get what I'm saying? So watch out for this card. Freezes every card on the field, doesn't matter who it is. Freezes everything. So if they can stack this up maybe to like 1 or 2 turns while swarming the field, you could get overwhelmed and out swarmed, pretty much getting killed very, very fast. Next card, which I feel like is the 2 biggest cards you need to watch out for, is the Gum Gum Red Rock and Gravity Blade. These cards are probably the best board removal cards in the game, fact, not an opinion. This returns any card, so any 7, 8, 9, or 10, and this actually returns 2, 6, or less. So this card actually just shits on RP Law. It shits on pretty much a lot of people's deck. Even my nail deck it shits on. Very good card. Just watch out for these 2 cards, and if you do get Red Rock or Gravity Blade, don't get upset. I know I've seen some people, they get Gravity Blade and they just get looked down on this and end up losing the game. Bro, play through it. If you get, you know, like I said, Gravity Blade, just play through it. Don't get down on yourself, especially since this deck is kind of fragile, okay? But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into how do you beat this deck. How exactly do you beat this blue Dofi deck? So the first way to beat this deck is to really burn their hand, okay? When I say burn their hand, that means burn their counters. A lot of these 4-drop, 4-cost characters all have counters, okay? They may swarm, but a lot of the times they're not gonna really want to play out the Jinbei and you know, the Crocodile or any other type of swarming cards they have to counter out. They want them on board. They don't want them in the trash for a counter. They want them on board. So one way to really beat this deck is really just to apply pressure and burn their hand size, y'all, because all these characters, like I said right now with this Jinbei, they all have counter. So just attack, be aggressive, burn their hand size, okay? That's the first way. The second thing you need to look out for is this putting in the hand size. You need to make sure your hand size is not going over 6 to 7 cards. Once your hand starts getting to like 8, 9, 10, or even with 7, that's when it's their chance to really just putting you, because even if they putting you and you have 7 cards, you have a net 2 card loss in your hand. So in my opinion, I would probably try to be around 5 to 6 cards in your hand, and that goes across the board of all blue decks in general. You just need to watch out for this pudding. This is probably the strongest card in the deck, or any blue deck, is Charlotte Pudding, because of the hand manipulation, and it slows down your pretty much your turn and how you're going to play the game. So keep your hand size between 6 to 7 cards. Don't go to like 8, 9, or 10, because you will just get pudding, and it definitely feels bad, especially if you have a cracked hand. So the final way to be able to beat this deck is board control, board removal. No matter which way you say, you need to be able to control the board. They're going to have a lot of characters on the board, okay? And with that being said, you need to be able to attack them, because like I said earlier, they're not going to want to counter out, because the Jinbeis and all their 4-drops have counters. So they don't really counter out. So a lot of the characters that they're going to have on the board, they're a-okay with just letting it die, because they don't want to counter out. They don't want to waste the resource in their hand when they should be on the board. So board removal, controlling the board, and once you're done, you know, clearing the board over and over again, they're gonna run out of gas, and by the time they run out of gas, that's when you start hitting back with the crackback. Board removal, mainly black and blue are probably the best decks when it comes to board removal, but just keep the board in control. If they're swarming the field, don't go attacking life, just focus on the board, okay? You want that board control, because if they lose board control, they pretty much lose the game. So yeah, that's how you beat blue Dofi. Let's go ahead and go into some cracked ass funny gameplay, man. Let's get it. So we are playing against blue Dofi. I'm gonna show you guys how to put this in the pack, because you already know how we getting down. This YGOD, Yellow Gang I Die, YGOD, and that's on the game, man. Shout out to all my delinquents. So we're gonna put blue Dofi in a pack. I did go to second. I did put the cracker on top with Fiori. Very good card. If you guys do want to see this deck list, should be a card at the top right now. Make sure you tap in. He's gonna summon the blue Dofi. He's gonna summon this, reorder the top of his life, and he's going to attack and cheat out a character. We're reading him like a book. Yes, we are. This man stands no chance.
Nope.
He attacked 5k at lead. We're gonna get the cracker. Get rid of the Shiroshi. So he does have this blocker, so I don't think I'm really gonna try to attack him right now, because he does have this blocker. I can't really attack with cracker until we get rid of this blocker, and we have the combo with the Onami. So let's just go into the cracker anyways. F it. We do have some counter to counter out if he does try to take out. So he actually takes both of them, so we actually got what we wanted. Should counter out of this. Come on, bro. What are you taking so long, bro? Okay, he takes it. He actually Gives me a 2K, which tells me he has no counter hand. If he's giving me a 2K when it's a 5 at 5, that means he probably has no counter hand, or he does not want to give me any of his 4 drops because he's about to really start swarming the field. So let's see how this really pans out. Hope everybody's having a great day. You know I'm having a great day. So but yeah, please tell me why that goat looked just like Dofi. That was crazy. That was crazy. He attacks 5K at lead. We're gonna counter out. That Nami actually could have helped us a lot. He's gonna attack 5K at lead. He does not want this on the field. Does not matter. We're gonna keep Cracker alive. And now when he's not rested, we can actually just leave him like how he is, just on the field. Because the only way he has board removal is with the 2 cards I showed you earlier. We're at 6 Dawn right now, and that's unfortunate. We could do a Gadatsu, get rid of his 3 drop. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Gets rid of that. Yes, sir. There's no point of going into the Cracker because we don't have lower life. We're gonna attack, see if he gives me a counter. He gives me another 2K. It's on to you, Chief.
Good God.
Hey, you Chiefster.
Okay. So we're actually looking really good. He does have a lot of characters on the board with a 6K and a 5K, but that's the power of this deck. Jinbei with the 6K, Edward Newgate. Not Edward Newgate, I think it's Edward Weevil. So very good card. So he sends out this thing. It's a hand reshuffler, not hand reshuffler, a deck reshuffler, which means he's gonna try to use his leader ability to swarm the field. And this is what this deck does, really, y'all. This deck really just swarms the field. Let's give him a clap. Round of applause, because he's actually playing this deck really well.
Amen.
I love when I'm playing against a good motherfucker on here. I really do.
Motherfucker.
I truly do. It's actually kind of taking kind of long. What's going on here? What is going on? I think I might just make a cut if he's taking a little too long. No, he decided to attack at lead. We actually get the Onami trigger, kill the Jinbei. So that was actually very clutch. Very clutch. I mean,
Oh my God!
that's exactly what my head was processing when I actually got that trigger, because that was actually crazy. That's it. If there's any trigger I needed that. He goes out into Cracker freeze, or Cracker. He goes into Bull freezing by Cracker. So that's cool. That's cool. He's playing this really well, though. I love playing against good players with the deck, especially for gameplay. Very good player right here. Let's do 7 or 8. So he has to give us some more of his hand. He actually counters out. Give us one more. So he only has 2 cards in hand. Cool. Let's just attack at lead. He used to give us that. Yeah, he gives us that life, and we're just gonna boa. Exactly. So perfect. We got rid of the big body, and that's the big thing too. You always want to get rid of the big bodies, because you leave like one of those boas or kaidos on the board and they swarm, you're gonna just get overwhelmed. So you always just need to get rid of the big bodies in boa. So very good. But we are looking good here. We're looking good. I actually really do love the art of this Doflamingo. I really do. The art of this card is just so amazing. Let me know below if you guys like that art like me. He cheats out a Doflamingo, and he's actually going to be able to reorder the top of his deck with that on-play ability. He does 7 at 6. Do I want to counter out? I do have a Capone in my hand, but do I want to counter out here? He's gonna attack 6K, just resolve. When we could have just not let him attack with the Wheeler ones disappear, but I just want him. I want him to always make it seem like I got a presence. Oh, he actually used the 6 drop to get rid of my any character on field. Very good card. I always want to make it feel like I got some type of counter in hand. You know what I mean? So attack this. I think it's time we start dropping aces. He gives me that. I think it's time we just start dropping aces. Yeah. Yeah, this is the time we start dropping aces. Get that. We're just gonna just attack body. Like I said earlier, you just really want to control the board. You control the board in the board state, the chances of you losing is very, very low. As you guys can see as well, we never gotten pudding this whole entire game because we're watching our hand sizes between 6 or 7. And if you watch your hand size between 6 or 7, a lot of times pudding's almost a dead card in their hand. So he uses this card. He's gonna reorder the top of his deck. Come on, man. Throw this man out my game already. Ah! Okay. He attacks 7. He cheats that out. Ooh, I got the ace. That's actually probably going to come in clutch. And he actually freezes me again. God damn it.
God fucking damn it!
Gosh, boy, suck my balls.
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
I said that earlier, y'all. I said that earlier. If they keep on just coming back at you with another bow and swarming the field, you really could get overwhelmed. But our board state right now is actually looking pretty shice. Looking real shice. I'm at 10 Don. Can't attack. You got 2 life. We could go Yamato. We go Yamato. We don't pop the Gecko though. We need to get rid of that Gecko on board. You only have 2 cards in hand. Could go for the ace. Could have just go for the ace. Yep. Go for the ace. We're gonna attack body. That's fine. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's fine. And honestly, I think we just go all that face at the body. That's the bad thing about this deck that we're playing against for Budofy. It just gasses out. It just gasses out. Now, if he draws that Kaido, you might be in for something. I think that Kaido gives him 4 cards. So, man, he got Kaido. He probably got money.
You got fucking money. He got money. Get it all for him.
Yeah, give him all those cards in his hand. This man got money. If he got dropped out Kaido, this man got some money. Definitely the greatest to ever do it. Definitely the greatest. He attacks 7K elite, cheats out another body. He's gonna reorder the top. But we're playing this right though. I feel like we're playing this right. Where you can, do we want to take this? We're gonna have to take this. That's no. Let's just counter out. Let's counter out. We're not gonna use the Yamato, or maybe. Oh yeah, let's get rid of the Yamato. Because that means he would have been able to OTK me because we would have attacked with Dofi, Boa, and then put everything else underneath Perona. We're playing this perfect though. Perfect. I know he's probably pissed. The fact that we're actually out here cooking him like this.
His ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
But, you know, I think it's going towards the interstate. I think we're going towards the later stages of the game. I honestly don't feel like he has anything else. He's gonna attack 9K at the ace. Okay, so he's probably thinking, okay, as long as he doesn't have the ace, I don't lose. We do draw the Kiku. I think we just go, do we just attack at body again? We could just attack at body and bring out the Katakuri for the free life back. I could do that. What do we do here? Boa's, there's a reason why he didn't back attack for Boa. He wants that big body on board. But if we don't kill him this turn, we have to, I mean, we could really kill him this turn. Let's just see what happens. I think we should attack at least. Yeah, let's attack at least, see if he counters out. He gets counter out. Okay. So, let's see here. I have 10 Don. Could summon the ace. But do we really need to summon the ace? No, let's put 5 on Hiyori, and then Kiku can come out next. So get rid of this blocker. Okay, and then let's just bring out the Hiyori. or not bring out, yeah, let's bring out the Kiku, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just bring out the Kiku. We're gonna attack 12. I probably did that backwards, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, we can just clear board. I don't really care about this ace. This ace can go down as long as we have another body with Kiku on board. That's all we really need. The only way we really lose, we actually can't really lose. We could lose right now, actually, because we only have 2 cards in hand. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We could lose. We do not have any counter in him. He could go for game. $7K at lead, used to trigger, and that pretty much is gonna be the game for us. Oh my gosh, he just got Capone. This guy just got yellow. Let's get it. Put him in a pack. That's a fact, not an opinion.
I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. That right there was actually crazy. In yellow we trust. In yellow we trust. YGOD. Yellow gang or die. You guys already know how we moving over here. You feel me? That was actually a crazy game. But, you know, good play by my opponent. You just got yellow. And that's how you beat Blue Dofi, okay? Watch out for Puddin'. Watch out for Boa and the Kaido. And have some serious board removal, okay? That's how you beat this deck. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what deck you guys want to see next on the channel, and yeah, that's all I got. But look, before I go, if you was feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It all gone.